Hello and welcome to this small little video on the YouTube channel of the Masters of Modern MCast YouTube channel. We have Glenn Jones, original co-host of the podcast, here for our 300th episode. The full audio is out on Monday and the full video is on Patreon, so definitely check that out. Hello, Glenn.
Hi. Great to be here still.
So, I have a bunch of fun questions to ask you. It's all mostly magic related. Some of it's weird, some of it's serious, and you just get to answer them to your heart's content. And if you don't answer them, just mention pass. But we're going to start with the silly one first, and that is, which creature on a Korea would taste best on a sandwich?
Ooh.
I mean, I guess wing cat's kind of the forbidden fruit, but maybe that's just like a really dark answer to get. I guess, yeah, I'd have to go with, like, I'm more of a dog person, so really, I'd love to try a cat dinosaur beast. Any will do, but there's a particular mythic rare one that I'd be interested.
I would eat the crap out of a majestic oricorn. It's just, there's just something about it's majestic. I don't know. It's got an aura to it. It's like a unicorn thing. I mean, it feels like it would taste like heaven, and I would live longer because you gain 4 life, I think, with that card.
I'm gonna go with the poultry option and say porky parrot. I'm assuming it's spicy. I want to try that, just like turkey dinner, but porky parrot dinner. All right, next question, more magic related. Which card from Kaldheim are you most excited to see play in Modern?
It's an interesting question. I think Realm Walker is probably my favorite that I think has a really, really good shot at it that I'm looking forward to seeing. My dark horse candidate would be Bergie. I don't remember how we landed on pronouncing that, but the mono red, the card that gives red mana for spells. That's my dark horse.
Yeah, we like that card a lot. I think it's a strong Realm Walker. We were all questioning the 3 CMC. Would that be able to fit in and successfully take the spot of another card? But it does seem like it adds such a significant advantage to multiple decks. It does feel very, very, very good. I think Valky, right? How do you not go with Valky a little bit there? But I know I'm not supposed to be answering all these questions also. So
I think right now I'm actually most excited to see what Cosima does. It's already kind of started seeing play in the format, and the fact that it can do the landfall clue guide, but she's already doing cool stuff, so that's pretty exciting. All right, next question. If you were to hire a director to direct the Eldrazi movie, do you hire James Cameron or Guillermo del Toro?
I guess I just have to go with Cameron. I know he'll deliver. I think they're both great choices, though.
Yeah. Are there other options,
no,
or
those
just
are
get
the
those
two?
two?
It's down to those two.
I guess the answer to the question is it's gotta probably be Del Toro, because I don't think Cameron would be able to work as well with any of the sort of magical elements. I don't like the magical stuff that exists in Avatar as much. I like Cameron way more when it's metal and steel and sci-fi and explosions. That's a much better use of his talents. Even underwater and stuff like that, like the Abyss. I think as soon as he gets into magical stuff, it's a lot less interesting. Whereas I think Del Toro actually really thrives with that stuff. I do think that Pacific Rim is sweet, but Charlie Hunnam is really bad in that movie and kind of ruins it in a lot of ways. When the kaiju hits San Francisco, it's his accent is unbelievably bad. But I do think just based on the creature creations, that stuff in Hellboy 2 with the Moss Monster and all that, I think that's where you would really see Del Toro shine. I think that would for sure be the better choice, though it would not be as epic. He's not capable of making a movie anywhere near as epic as Cameron. That's just not his wheelhouse.
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons it's an interesting choice because Cameron does epic better, and Guillermo del Toro has already made movies with Eldrazi in it, for all intents and purposes. All right, next question. If you were a god on Kaldheim, what would be the type of permanent on your backside?
I guess I'll go with a shield equipment. I'm a big fan of shields in general, and various shield choreography I think is really cool and underrated in a lot of fight scenes. Everyone's all about the dual swords. Give me a good shield bash. Shield bashes are great.
Shield's pretty good. I might just follow you up on that one. I mean, Cap's the sweetest Avenger, so
Cap is a sweet Avenger.
I'm gonna go with the vehicle. I'm gonna do the spicier new permanent type. I gotta drive somewhere or ride a boat, or it could be even a boat. It could be a boat.
some sort of behemoth sled.
Bumblebee of the gods.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What is your new favorite hobby that you've picked up during quarantine over the last year?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
That's what the
I've
game's
actually
called.
just cooked a lot, which I basically did like not at all before. In part because I was, often spending 8 hours of my day in a place where I did not have an oven or stove or refrigerator full of various ingredients. But yeah, both out of like necessity of giving my wife a plenty of breaks because we all get tired of cooking at some point for each other. But I've just learned a lot of new dishes, and that has been something I've never done at any other point in my life. So yeah.
What is, and you could go with either what is your average number of lands in your commander decks, or what is the correct number of lands to put in your commander deck? You can choose how you want to answer that.
I will not go correct. I tend to play like pretty heavy land synergies in my decks. Like I have a Tatiova deck where like my goal was to see how high I could get the count, and like still think the deck was very strong. And I think I landed at like 68 was the highest I ever had it at. I tend to keep decks around 40 because I do usually have a lot of ways to use the excess lands or play a lot of lands with abilities.
I'm like in the 35, 36 range. Sometimes even like 34, 33, depending on like what I'm doing as far as the CMC is always pretty low in the decks, so that's the reason. But then also I like to play like Moxes and Power and stuff. Not the unfair ones, but like Amber and all those cards.
I try to be at 38 and then I end up at 36 because I like cut a card because I'm like, Soul Ring's a land, cut a card, and that's how I always end up at not enough lands in my deck.
Fast mana kind of gets you there.
If you could go and get a meal on any plane in Magic, which plane would you go get a meal on?
I mean, we already talked about it, Auricorn, right?
That's it. Peak Magic food in any plane or universe is the Auricorn to Ben.
Yeah, I feel like maybe Kaladesh would be my answer. Just like, a very technologically developed society is bound to have some really innovative cooking going on. So
that was Gavin's answer, actually. That was a question you both got, and that was his exact same one. If you had a child and you had to have a planeswalker currently in Magic babysit for you on the regular, which planeswalker in Magic would make the best babysitter?
I mean, Teo. Like, I'm not a huge Teo fan or anything, but like the shields would be invaluable. He's a walking child proofer. Like, can't beat him.
Okay, now you do have dogs. Best dog babysitter.
Probably got to give that one to Zhang Yu. I think that's how it goes. Yeah.
You don't think there would be like
just got
competing?
The experience. He comes with a built-in dog. Yeah.
Comes in with a built-in dog. All right. If you could make a cereal, which Magic legendary creature would be the cereal mascot?
If I was just in it for the money, a Johnny Goldmane. Let's just put Frosted Flakes out of business. Cat on cat. Let's go.
I think you got to go there with somebody with some real, like, pizzazz. Like, I think, maybe you go like Norin the Wary or something, or, you get Norin, or maybe you go like, maybe instead of Norin, you go like, maybe I go Fibblethip. Who does? I mean, if Fibblethip's on the box, I feel like that definitely sells. That's a very right now cereal. It's a woke cereal.
That is a character who invented himself as a mascot. I don't believe that was on purpose. Who was your first commander? And then I have a follow-up question in regards to that.
Sure. My first commander, I'm not actually sure which one was first. I know the first two. I think my first commander was Mangara of Karandor, but it might have been Vendilion Clay. I can't remember which one.
My first one was Una, Queen of the Fae.
All right. Now, they have to RSVP for a wedding. Are they ordering the fish, chicken, steak, or vegan option?
I feel like Mangara would be the vegan option. I don't have like a lot of, I don't have any lore to back that up. That just kind of feels like where he's coming from.
Clean, healthy.
Yeah.
I would have said the same for Una, because flying around and whatnot. But I also feel like flying around, Una's got like a lot of like mass and stuff, and a lot of like little fairies. Maybe she needs like a little more food. Maybe she goes steak. Yeah, Una's probably cutting into a steak. She's like feeding her little fairies with the steak. I
think one final question: what is your favorite breakfast cereal?
I am actually pretty boring in this department, and I pretty much eat Honey Nut Cheerios to the exclusion of other things. But I add banana. That's a very important part of the food.
Okay, you're on the pro banana side of the coin, I feel. They're weird tasting. Ben, what is your favorite
Love
cereal?
bananas.
Favorite breakfast cereal? Actually, it's funny. I mean, I have eaten a lot of Honey Nut Cheerios in my life. That's a pretty good one. Like, I don't really eat breakfast cereals anymore. I can't remember the last time I did, to be honest, but I used to really love Honey Nut Cheerios. That was very high up on my list.
Do you also have bananas?
No, I don't think so. I also actually, as I got older, started to really just like classic Cheerios. I just like really enjoyed Cheerios for a lot of years there. I was a big fan of regular Cheerios. I would even eat it without milk sometimes, just like handfuls of Cheerios.
Actually, I do love cereal for like snacking. It's like a good, like, this doesn't feel unhealthy as if I was eating cookies or like chips or like something that's, and I realize that it's just sugar anyways, but it doesn't feel like I'm eating sugar. My favorite cereal is, of course, Cracklin' Oat Bran. It's the GOAT brand, greatest of all time.
Cracklin' Goat brand.
And hopefully one day a sponsor of this podcast. It's just, come on, Kellogg's. Let's make it happen. Let's make a deal. So that is the final question. Thank you for answering all of them, and thank you, listeners, for hanging out and as we answer these ridiculous things. I want to see your answers to those questions. Please below comment what your answers are, because I want to know which animal on Ikora you want to eat more than anything. It's my favorite question. Anything else you want to talk about while you're here as part of our 300th episode before we do all the signing offs? No,
it was really a pleasure to come back. Super fun. And yeah, I'll catch you around, hopefully live at an event.
I know,
in the indeterminate future, but if not, maybe on Spell Table sometime.
Yeah, for sure. And we'd love to have you on our like Commander stream as well, which is always really fun and easy. Thank you so much for coming on. It's great seeing you again. I think you are one of the last people I like saw at events, because I mean, like, there was like the 4 events that we went to, and then we hung out in Vegas, which was really in Seattle, which was cool. And hopefully one day we'll get to see people again. And thank you, and I'm glad we were able to get you on for episode 300. Thank you, listeners, for getting us this far. It's been literally almost an 6-year road. I think it's 6. I think because it's 300, and 300 divided by 50 is 6, and that math checks out for once a week episodes of a podcast. Please, really quickly, Glenn, let people know where they can find you on the internet, if you have a place you want to throw them towards, if not just Magic content in general.
I have a Twitter. I don't remember exactly what the handle is. It's Glenn with some underscores. Glenn_Jones_ is my Twitter handle. And yeah, if you want to chat Commander or complain Commander or whatever, that is a handle that you can use, and I will read your message, and I might reply to it. Who knows? It's really anybody's guess.
And Ben, where can people find you on the internet?
You guys can find me at Ben Bateman Media on Twitter. That's pretty much my Twitter, my Instagram, what have you. I think that's pretty much all I have to shout out. Thanks for watching the episode, guys. We very much appreciate you guys being here.
And make sure to check out every Monday night. We do a Commander stream at 7:30 p.m. PST with awesome guests. At the release of this audio version, or this week we had Ristic Studies on and Vorthos Mike. So they were awesome, Sam and Vorth and Mike. I don't know how that game went because I'm recording this before this game happens, but they did great. And Ben, honestly, I was disappointed with how terrible you did.
I won, and I took you out early.
Perfect. I know what to defend myself.
I won.
And so every Monday night, 7:30. But that video lives on the YouTube channel forever, so you can check that out. We are now releasing multiple videos a week on the YouTube channel. So please check that out, audio only people, and anyone listening to this for the first time. Please like and subscribe. Do all of the I'm a content creator and I'm reading all the things you're supposed to do. You've watched a YouTube video before. They've told you what to do. Do that, but here. And then I'm at Kes Wiley on everything, including where we live stream, twitch.tv/Kes Wiley, but also Twitter, Instagram, and all of the places. And last but not least, if you go to a store that's like a Walmart or a Target and you see a light up hoop, buy it. Buy all of the light up hula hoops you see in the world, and tweet me about it, because I'm hyped that I now wear all of the hoops at Walmart and Target, this starting today, basically. So that's hype. And thank you, Glenn, for joining, and thank you for starting this podcast with me 300 episodes ago. And thank you, Ben, for passing the baton, or carrying the baton, having a baton.
I've done a bit of work here to keep it going for you, man, but I hope I've done you solid here with the filling in for you while you're gone.
Very, very much so. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll talk to you next week and all those other times I just listed out.
Bye, guys.
This has been a production of Time Traveler Media, sending podcasts into the future.